The neighbors are there so early in the morning before we get started because there's a real need for the food that we provide. Fresno is a food desert, and specifically the area that we live in Southwest Fresno, we have a number of homeless people. We have people who are unemployed for, various reasons. We have folks who are disabled. They just are suffering because of inflation, lack of income, lack of good grocery stores in the neighborhood. Central California Food Bank enables us to feed between, I would say, 650 to 700 people per month. We have 3 food distributions, and those numbers are just one family member that signs up. That doesn't really give you an indicator of how many people are in the home that those food items are feeding. They know that we are going to provide them with excellent fresh vegetables, dairy products, meats, bread. When we can, we provide toys for the kids, school supplies, those types of things that we know that they need and that they will appreciate. When we began to partner with the Central California Food Bank, our food distribution flourished. They not only provided us with food that is nourishing and enlarges the menu for the folks that we distribute to, but they also gave us the tools so that we would better be able to serve. It's a horrible thing to be hungry. Kids don't learn when they're hungry, and people's temperaments are a lot different when they're hungry or when they know that they can't feed their family. Their self-image suffers, and the entire family network suffers. It really touches you to know that you're meeting that need and that they appreciate it. There's nothing else like it. It lets you know that you're really making an impact on their need. I thank God for Central California Food Bank for playing such a vital role in what we do.
Here at Singer High School, we offer our Superhero Pantry, which is open Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3:30 to 5 p.m. We do have accommodations for students who are not able to stay after school due to transportation or other problems they may have. Within the pantry, we have fed 422 families monthly. We do tend to target foster youth and homeless youth the most, but it's open to everyone, so it's promoted school-wide. We are a low-income population. Most of our students do receive free reduced meals. So some of the students that do walk in there are being raised by single parents. Some of their parents are living in a different state. Single mothers are not employed because they have to care for their children. We have other situations where both parents are unemployed, or some are disabled or not able to provide the income the family needs. Providing the food pantry to the students, it has allowed them to have a dinner at home. It has allowed them to just have that meal that they may have skipped if food was not available for them. Some students just stick around. Now there are dailies. Now we're getting more students walking in with, friends. So it's like a little outing for them, like a little shopping style that they're able to get food items. They're excited to say, oh, my mom could cook this with this rice or with this vegetable can. Oh, my dad is gonna like this. Oh, my mom will like this. Or my sibling really enjoys that Capri Sun.
I feel happy because I know there's going to be extra food at home to make stuff, so it's less stress on just the household as a whole. I've been to schools where they just said tough luck. I've literally been to schools where kids got in trouble for not having lunch, but were yelled at because they couldn't afford to. There's enough food for the weekend where most people or some people starve because they have nothing.
So the collaboration with Central California Food Bank and the Fresno Center has made a tremendous impact in the community, because during especially the pandemic, when food was very scarce and people were scared to come out, we actually didn't close our door. We kept our door open for our community members. It's crucial because it's the fixed income that they are having to deal with, and to know that if I'm not here on this day, I won't be able to get any food that will last me the whole week.
What I save on food here is for mortgage, my insurance, my homeowner's insurance keeps increasing. So we have so many property taxes. Seniors, we don't have a lot of money to spare. So food that we get here is really a help for us.
But we serve an average of 1,300 at least every month with the amount of people that come through our door. We serve a lot of individuals from all culture, all diversity that really makes this work really impactful to see that not just only we're serving the Hmong population, we're serving the Hispanic population, we're serving the Black community, we're serving so many individuals that walk through our door, and when they receive this food in collaboration of the food bank, we bring a smile to their face. And it's really an humbling experience to see that they are able to know that, hey, there's people out there that sees me or they know what I need. And that's why they're providing this food for me. And now they know that they have someone that they can turn to when times like these, when foods are so scarce, is amazing. To hear our grandmas in their native tongue to say, "Ochao," thank you, and just walking away with the food that they are receiving, it's so rewarding for what we are doing as a collaboration with the food bank and the Fresno Center, because it's so hard out there nowadays.
So farm workers in general, they are faced with so many challenges and needs every single day, whether it's at home, at work, or at large. And when we do our needs assessment, we always realize that one of the top need is always food insecurity and access to food. It was through our partnership with Central California Food Bank that we realized that we needed to come together to help support our essential workers. Our food distributions take place in the small farm working communities that we know we can reach the most volume of farm workers. Communities that really do not have access to grocery stores, marquetas. It's rural areas that really need access and direct access to food. I'm talking about the small communities of 5 Points, Pixley, Delano, the outskirts. Through our collaboration with the Central California Food Bank, CFF and us together have been able to feed over 90,000 families across the Central Valley. We see elderly people, we see young children, we see families, individuals that truly need food. To put things into bigger perspective, that reach was able to serve over 900,000 pounds of fresh produce like apples, oranges, mandarins. There's also been gallons of milk, and you think about all walks of life that really could benefit from the milk for the children, the oranges for the elderly. There's a specific time that I can remember, and I remember seeing this elderly woman with their granddaughter. And I remember them coming through one of the food distributions that takes place in Pixley. And I couldn't help but think that was once me with my grandmother. And my grandmother being a farm worker, my grandparents, that's where our roots started, were in the fields. Now I get to instill that change and that hope. We're bringing hope to tables. We're bringing the impact. We're bringing access to something that is so simple to many Americans, that across the board we have the privilege of going and driving to markets. We have access to food. When you look at farm workers, they are individuals, their families, their mothers, their fathers, their grandma and grandpas. And there's nothing more gratifying to be able to support them. When you invest in this program, you're investing back into the people that feed us, feed our tables, and feed our nation.